I don't know what happened to Irene.
I don't either, but I don't, she's probably trying, you know. It
Yes, I'm gonna call her.
takes a minute. They have a half hour to get here. We have 45 minutes for our meeting, so we'll be able to get through it. No big deal. Hello, Jane.
Hello, how are you?
Fine, how are you?
Doing well, thank you.
Good.
I'm still waiting. I'm
For what?
getting a circle which says waiting. This is Bill Frumbach.
Bill, can you hear me? No? Yes or no?
I can hear you, yes.
Okay, can you see me? No?
No, cannot see you. I
Okay,
can see myself and I have a circle which is
What happened to you?
waiting.
Are you going on?
you should look
Okay,
at left, look in the lower left corner of the screen.
Go
And
ahead,
see
Joe.
if you see audio, video, and make sure they're turned on.
And it says press this key, whatever it is.
Who's Bonnie trying to get on?
Irene.
Who?
Irene.
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 It's okay if there's Paul trying to come on.
Hey, hi, Paul.
His audio is not connected yet, so you can see that. Can you see his picture?
I
Can you
can
see, Joe, can you see me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see Joe. I can see Janice, Bonnie.
Okay.
That's all.
You can see their name in the bottom left corner of the picture, and you can also see whether their audio is connected or not. Now, Bonnie's
Okay.
audio is off because she's doing something on the phone.
Okay,
And Owen's on audio only because he's just protecting his beauty from us.
As the gallery view gets bigger, you need to scroll with the right arrow over to see other people.
Yeah, you see, if someone starts to talk, the color of their box changes, the outline, the frame. Do you see that? Do you see that mine is lit in a green? And now Jane is lit hers?
Can you hear me?
Yes, David, I can hear you.
I
Okay.
can hear.
And there, yours is lit, Anna, you see that? When you start to talk, it lights up your box.
When I talk, it lights up my screen.
Okay? Of course, this is going to be chaotic. This is the first time we've ever done this. This is a good group for a start out on this to see how it works. It may be that we'll be doing this for a couple of months. There's John.
John.
Okay. Hey, Owen has decided to go.
I see Owen. Hi.
All right, Owen, take yourself out of full screen if you can.
Hey,
Joseph, this is Bill.
Yeah,
I'm still waiting.
you can't hear us or you can hear us?
I can hear you, I cannot see you. I can see only myself. And there's a circle going around the circle in a black place which says waiting.
Okay, it's trying to hook up. That's on your end, on your computer. You can hang up and try to come back on, you know, disconnect and come back on and see if that works okay.
Okay. My disconnect, there's an X in the upper right corner. Is
Yep.
that the way?
Yes.
So Joseph, what's the phone number?
It's not a phone number. It's a link in the email.
Okay.
Okay, just open the email and it'll have the link in it.
Hello.
So you don't use your phone at all?
You don't, you can, but that's a whole different system.
All right.
Owens, for some reason, you're projecting your whole image onto everybody's screen. Is that happening to other people too?
Yes.
No,
Owen?
Same thing. I'm just seeing Owen playing with his computer.
there's,
Okay, all right.
He's using the show my screen.
Yeah. Okay, all right. Let's see where we can go from here. See if we can figure out how to vote and all that kind of stuff. Let's see. Do you have a reactions tab down on the bottom of your screen?
no,
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
You have to click on your screen.
on my picture?
On your picture
Yeah.
down in the
Well,
bottom?
just click on the screen itself. You get a row of icons.
Oh, I see, okay. And then what do I click?
Reactions?
Reaction, okay.
Does anybody see that?
Okay. Click the
Okay.
reaction.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm gonna ask you to vote on the minutes, and
Okay.
the thumbs up will let you vote, okay? So do you see how to do that?
Okay.
Anybody having a problem?
Nope,
Okay, so the minutes were submitted by the normal method online. There were some corrections submitted, and the corrections were added to the minutes. Are there any other corrections or revisions that need to be made? Seeing no response, I'll ask you to vote with your reaction button.
Okay.
There's the reaction button.
Yep,
oh. I got a thumbs up, but it's on Owen's picture.
you just had a thumbs up on yours. Press your
Oh,
reaction
okay,
button.
okay, never mind, okay.
Okay, can you find it, Joe?
Yep.
Okay,
Who moved to correct, to accept the minutes?
I'm voting
I
several times.
Okay, Joe moved,
okay,
and,
I second it.
okay. Now, everybody hit your thumbs up button. Bing.
okay,
Oh, I got it.
Okay, all right.
okay, all right.
All right, cool, cool. Okay, good. All right. All right, so minutes are accepted as read. Was that awkward enough? Come on. Okay.
Janice, did you hear me though? I'll second it because nobody seconded.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I got you seconded,
Okay.
okay. And, Bev sent me the treasurer's report, but,
I have it here,
okay,
okay. Our balance read at the last time we had an in-person meeting was 17-18-10. And we wrote a check to Spectrum for $9.99. So it's now 17, whatever, 17.
Toll-free number.
She didn't
So
give
I
a
call-
sum on this, so.
It's gonna be changed every time I do. You know, but it's-
Oh, we're 17-18, 27-16. And after the
I have to
deduction, it's 17-18-10. Okay,
Yeah, it's-
any discussion or comments about the treasurer's report?
and They ask for meeting
No.
number.
Okay, if there's nothing there, then
Right.
someone make a motion to accept the minutes? Or
I
the-
make a motion as it reported.
Okay, anyone second?
Joe Osuna will second it, or Mara, I guess.
Okay. Mara lit up to second.
got it.
Okay,
Gotcha.
so now let's vote with the reaction buttons.
Oh, cause you're on the audio only. Cause this said.
Well, you can vote by voice, but if you hit the reaction button, then I can just see it.
So you need to have both of them available.
Okay, if you hit the reaction button, it'll show a thumbs up or a wave. Give a thumbs up for the minutes. There we go. Okay. All right.
Let's see.
Do you know where the button is? Are you finding it? John is playing in the meeting from his car. He's showing us his steering wheel. Nice car, John. Okay, so the minutes are accepted, or the report from the treasurer is accepted as presented. Okay, Janice?
Okay, unanimous. Got it.
Now we'll do like the really, well, Joe, why don't you talk about the video we did yesterday?
Oh, okay. Owen was the interviewer, and Joseph and I were at the camera. We were interviewing Dr. Chung from the Leisure World Health Care Center, and he talked about the COVID-19 coronavirus. And basically, it was all information I think we've all had. It was kind of reassuring what he was saying. And the only thing that was new was that Optum Care has an emotional hotline now for anxiety. So people that have anxiety or issues about worrying about this, they can call any emotional hotline and talk to somebody that could help you with that crisis that you're experiencing. So that's new. And right now it's going through the review process. And I did the first draft already. There was 2 minor corrections. And other than that, it looks like it's good to go. It may have to go to one more review process before it's put out on YouTube, and the link is sent out to everybody, including social media, and we'll put it on Superwire. And that's all I have on my end.
Okay, cool. All right. So Randy wrote me an email and asked if we would make a video for the healthcare center to go on, and we agreed to do that. And so now it's made, and in the next couple of days, the healthcare center, they said one person needs to review it, but I'm sure they're having several people look at it. I hate this idea that they would review our video and distrust us that much, but.
Well, Joseph.
Go ahead.
Well, okay, she sent me a text of the a narrative, a closing, and she made an error. And she said masters trained professionals will be at the hotline, and it was a typo on her end, and she said it had to be another word, specially trained. So there's errors like that she made. Things like she had the wrong date, and so I corrected the date. And then on my end, I think, and then she wanted the title added, Optum Care Medical Group to the doctor. So that was about it. But you're right, it's probably someone else is going to review it besides herself.
Yeah, no, those helpful kind of things, we would need them to watch it for those kind of things.
So I have a comment. This is David Wolf.
Okay.
I was in Optum Care last week, and I went up to the counter and I asked the guy, I said, so what do you do if I come in here and I say I have showing all the symptoms of COVID-19? He goes, well, we would recommend that you contact your doctor and go that route. I said, so you don't do any testing here? No, we don't test here. And I was a little taken aback that, we have a size of a small town, yet they're not doing any on-site testing.
Well, they're not doing any testing in most giant cities either, so they don't have a reliable test yet. That's still at least a week or two away.
They're testing people that are in high-risk groups.
Mm-hmm.
My niece has the virus, but they're not testing her because she's only 34. But
That's
I
because
thought they were
need all their
testing
tests for the
people
senators
that were
and
in the
congressmen.
high-risk groups. No?
Yeah, by high-risk group. But they just don't have enough tests yet. But we can't do a medical thing here because we're not the information source. The thing, if you need, I'd call that emotional support number and talk to them and find out why they don't have this. Why it's not available.
I mean, the way they
Well,
made it
talk-
sound,
What?
the way the government made it sound was you'll be able to go into pretty much any CVS or Walmart and get a test.
You gotta quit listening to Fox News.
Huh?
Hi, Paul.
Sorry.
I'm sorry?
Okay, no, that's okay, but we can't solve this problem here. This is a problem you need to solve with the healthcare center
Yeah, you're right.
or with the emotional support line number that they gave you. They might be able to shed more light on this.
Well,
Right.
if you were interviewing that person or the people from the Optum Care, that might be a good question to ask.
Well, it might be a good question, but this was more a public service announcement from the healthcare center to let people know that the healthcare center is on top of it, at least as much as they can be. It's real information about the virus is at the disease control center and at the World Health Organization. Go online and look those up, and that'll get you somewhere. But this is not about that. This is about the Video Producers Club. Okay? So, I mean, you can talk about it if you have concerns about it, but we can't concentrate solely on that item. Mostly what I'd like to do here today is have the opportunity to say hello to everybody and to do a roundtable so we know what people are up to and how they're feeling and what they've been doing, and we don't lose touch. And to say that even if we go back to regular meetings, we may include this element in our meetings so that people who can't come upstairs to meet with us can still join in the meeting. So we may keep the Zoom component even when we return to in-person meetings. Okay, and we'll be able to do that through the magic of the internet. Okay, so let's go around the room here and say hello to everyone. Hello to Leslie.
Good morning. How are you?
Oh,
It's good to know that we can do this. It was a little bit challenging, but first time it's always a challenge.
Yeah. Is there anything else you'd like to report about what's going on with you now?
It's hard to be homebound, but on a good note is that you can catch up with things, which like, for example, Zoom, it's amazing. I was just told that we are going to use with my club Zoom also. And maybe we'll have more time to catch up with the past projects we didn't finish with the video producers. And I would like to know how to maybe share some of our work with you, through you. Should we download to our own? In my case, I have clubs, I could do that. But those of us who would like to share those videos, do you have any suggestions? I would like to know about other people.
Do you have a YouTube page?
And I have a YouTube, yes.
Okay, upload them to YouTube and then just share the link.
All
Where
right.
it says share, just click share and share the link with the club.
All right.
Or whatever individuals you want to share it with.
All right. That's
Okay, see if that
easy.
works, and if not, just contact me directly or Joe directly or anybody directly who you know has done this. And I'd be glad to help you.
And thank you. Thank you for doing this.
Okay. Now let's have Anna tell us what's new.
Okay. Well, I asked Michael to join it. And is he here? Is he with us?
I don't see him.
Okay. So he has with a problem with the computer. So otherwise he would produce some few programs, and so technician came out and checked it, but he need to take that with him, and he took it with him and he would look at it, but everything is all so hard to get together or see the expert computer guy, so it takes a time. So if it doesn't get repaired, he's thinking about just go ahead and get the new one. So he has some pending programs, and he's anxious to submit to the supervisor. That's all I have a report. Thank you.
Okay. Joe Osuna.
Okay, first, let's see. First of all, you need to know that this particular session can be recorded by anybody in this session that's at this, as well as the moderator. There's a record button down there. And I don't know if as only the moderator can do it, but if you go to screen capture, there's a lot of software screen captures that can record anything on the screen. So just to give you an idea, I did an interview with Dean Jacobus, who is the guy that's making masks here in Leisure World. He's got a group of ladies that are sewing, and he's going out, he's taking the lead and going out there and getting people to donate, also pick up the material. There's a special material that's needed. It's all neat, and it's on the Facebook.
What's his name? What's his name?
Is Dean is his first name.
Uh-huh.
Jacobus is his last name. And who's talking right now?
Janice.
Janice. Okay, I can send you the link if you want to see him. But the point I'm trying to make is we can now do interviews with Zoom. And so I did one. Now it's a question of training the person that you're interviewing, because right now you guys are going to get a good feel for Zoom, but a first time user of Zoom that you're going to interview, you kind of have to train them a little bit and go through a learning curve with the individual. But it comes out fairly decent. And that way you don't have to do face-to-face interviews. Okay, the other thing is, also you have some settings on your Zoom where you could do one person at a time speaking, or you could do a big group setting where you can see a bunch of squares all together instead of the squares up on the top or the squares at the side. So I'm using the one that has all the people together in one screen, like the Brady Bunch, except now I'm seeing about 16 people on my screen. So that's the only comment I had. Okay, Joseph.
Okay, and on Zoom itself, they have hundreds of trainings and short things that will show you how to do various things with Zoom. So I invite you to go there and try some things. And if you want to test it, then invite somebody to join you in a Zoom meeting, and you'll just can have you and one other person trying different buttons on the thing to see how it's going. Okay. Richard, can you hear me?
I don't know.
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay, great.
Okay, do you have anything to report, Richard?
No, I don't have anything to report. Sorry.
Okay, that's okay. How you feeling?
I'm feeling okay right now. Scared,
Good.
just like everybody else.
Yeah. You're hiding in about the same room I'm hiding in my house. So
Yeah.
thank you. Irene, are you able to hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Well, you want to give a report?
Well, I'm trying to figure out right now it's saying recording, and I've been trying to do this Zoom thing. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
Okay. So,
Irene, go to the record button and just press it. It'll turn it off.
So I'm on my tablet, not my laptop. So
Okay, you'd have to look up how to run Zoom on a tablet. It's different on a tablet and a phone than it is on your computer or your laptop or your desktop. Okay. I see that you just muted yourself and then unmuted yourself, so that play around with those buttons a little bit and I'll get back to you in a little while, okay?
Okie doke.
Janice?
That's me. I was doing some stuff with theater, but then I got housebound. So I've been reading. I've just been reading continuously about a book every other day. I'm running out of books. I have to order some more. But I'm really enjoying it, and it's a good thing I know how to cook because I'm having really good meals. So that picture of whether you're thin before coronavirus and then you're fat afterwards. That's me.
How about you, Fred? I know you've been on a cruise. You came back with coronavirus, right?
I came back without coronavirus, to my knowledge. And
Anything else new? You're going to try to do your tablet class by Zoom?
yeah, I'm going to work on that, and this is good practice. I have a few little comments here that maybe will help people out. That's maybe things they haven't already gotten through other sources. One is about disinfecting our phones. In the past, they made a big issue about don't ever use anything, to clean your phone. But Apple has changed their tune, and now you can use Clorox wipes, or you can also use alcohol wipes. And I found that there's something available called alcohol prep pads. And they're for people who inject insulin, or doctors use them. There's a whole box of little teeny pads, are like in sealed envelopes, 1-inch square. And you can, just carry them around. You could wipe your phone off with it. And so anyway, I recommend that. The other choice is on Amazon, there's a thing called smartphone sanitizer from Amazon, $37, where you put your phone in this little box and it gets UV light sanitizes your phone.
Okay.
And a third item is if you run out of disinfectants, you can add 2 tablespoons of bleach to 1 quart of water. I did that in a spray bottle, and you can spray it on a rag, and you can use that to disinfect surfaces.
Fred, tell me what.
Also,
Wait, Fred, it's Janice. I'm trying to do the minutes. It's 1 part of a what, or
2 tablespoons of bleach to 1 quart of water.
bleach to how much water?
1 quart.
1 quart. Got it.
vodka also works.
I don't want to waste the vodka on that.
Vodka does not work. That's a myth.
Oh, good. Then I can drink it, right?
Because you have to have 75% concentration.
Well, it depends on the vodka.
Well, 100 proof is only 50%. So
I understand that, but you don't have to stop at 100 proof. There's over 100 proof.
You can't buy vodka that's 75%.
It'd have to be corn liquor then.
You have to be 150 proof. So stick with alcohol. Stick with these little wipes. You can buy a box of 2.
We've had those wipes at the club room.
Yeah.
There's a box of them there.
And Joseph gives them away.
Now, wait a second. Here's another thing that we should do. Okay?
Yes.
Mute yourself when you're not on the air. If you want to come in, turn your mic on. Okay? So that we're not all over the place.
Okay.
Wait, do what?
Mute yourself if you're not the person speaking. And then use the reactions to raise your hand. So that there aren't a bunch of people talking at once.
Okay.
It's easier in a room. There's Irene with picture and all. Sorry, Fred, are you done?
Well, just as one aside, I did read a little article today that they're working with a thing where they're experimenting with the serum of people who've recovered from coronavirus, to take that serum and inject it into people that are active to help control it. They're experimenting with that.
Okay, thank you.
That's it.
Myra,
Oh, hi there.
hi.
What have I been doing? Well, I had my hand surgery 2 weeks ago, and it's kind of amazing. I knew the date, so I prepared myself a month before, and I got all my groceries and dog food and medication and toilet paper. So when this thing hit, I had supplies. And I had recovered very well. The hand is good as ever. I'm trying to get at least 3,000 steps in a day outside, which is about a mile, and encouraging everyone that I know to the isolation doesn't apply to going outside.
The meeting.
And hi, Anna. And also just trying to be positive, tell people to open their windows, get some fresh airs in their place, don't stay inside. I do see less people out than ever. And I had the Facebook page at the community church is running. Thank you, Joe, who set it up for us last year. And that again, we are trying to stay connected with the people, trying to be just positive and encouraging people that this too shall pass, and we are all this together. Bonnie had been fabulous. She taught me about Zoom.
In the chair. 이런 chair 저기 저봐요.
Okay, okay, what do I see? I see Anna, and anyhow, I'm very fortunate. I want you all to know that Bonnie had been just terrific teaching me about Zoom. And I hope that maybe we can use this. And as to Janice, who thinks that after this is all over, we all going to be fat, there is another possibility that we all become alcoholics or pregnant. Bye. That was my joke for the day. I love, by the way, the humor that is created on Facebook. There's so many excellent jokes. So let's keep that up, because we know there are a lot of people out there very confused and very scared. That's all from me.
John Robinson, how are you?
Yeah, Michael. Again, Michael, again.
Anna, turn off your microphone, please.
Yeah, okay, Michael.
Turn off your microphone.
Michael, Joe's looking.
What?
Michael, he just joined.
Okay, Anna, we're talking to someone else now. Turn off your microphone
Yeah, give us someone to
temporarily.
talk to. Yeah.
What?
John Robinson,
Michael.
are you there?
I'm having a problem. I have a problem with my ear.
Just say hi, hello.
Okay, I can hear you guys talking. Now, I'm calling on other people, so stop for a minute, okay?
Okay.
All right. Owen. I don't hear you. Are you unmuted? I'll come back to you. Michael, now.
Michael.
Go ahead and give a report.
Surprise me. This is very difficult to Zoom meeting, Zoom conference call. So I give up. So
Well,
I
look at
went
all the
to.
people that didn't have a bad time.
How did you do this?
Anna got on. She'll be able to show you how to do it successfully.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow, that's nice.
Okay.
Hey, Paul.
All right, I'm going to move on over here to Irene.
Okay.
How are you?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, I'm doing good.
Okay.
I'm into I'm into the kitchen duty, the cooking. I'm doing what I really never wanted to do, is cook at home. But that's what I have to do, and that's where I'm at. So, and I've got my supplies and everything, and all I have to do is put it all together. Ooh, that's it.
Okay,
Oh, this thing is recording.
yeah.
Is it supposed to be recording?
If you want it to record, you can record. If not, you can just stop recording with the buttons on the bottom.
Oh, okay. It's kind of interesting.
Okay, yeah. Paul,
Hey, how's everybody?
Fine.
So far, so good.
I see Joe is down at the beach. Yeah, like it. And I see Leslie's got Clover there.
You see my Charlie?
Oh, there. Oh, what's your dog's name?
Charlie.
Charlie. Okay, hi Charlie.
Charlie.
Clover and John. I got to get myself a green screen and replace it with a beach view like Joe.
you should put up a green screen with a picture of your curtain on it.
Here's Johnny. No, I basically need a green screen and have a background like the ocean, like Joe has.
Yeah.
Where is that, Joe?
Actually, it's a feature that Zoom has.
Yeah.
You can put virtual backgrounds behind you. You can have your own snapshot of your favorite scene and put it behind you. There's a way of setting in the lower left-hand corner where you can look up different scenery or use the preloaded stuff that Zoom has. And you can experiment with it. Some of it comes out better than others.
Yeah, but you got to get that green screen. Let's see if I can.
No, it's not a green screen. I don't have a green screen. This
built into
I'm
Zoom.
in my living room, and I
Oh.
chose that virtual background. Now, some of them bleed through, and others are real good. So you experiment with them, and you'll find out which one looks better for your particular room.
All right. I have a lot of choices on backgrounds.
Yeah, look at it. Look at Bonnie. She was in San Francisco earlier during the meeting, and now she's over in Hawaii.
Oh,
Actually, Bonnie and Joe are together somewhere.
yeah. How cool is that?
Don't let her rail, you know.
Yeah, she's in the kitchen. She's listening.
Actually, that's all I got. I'm just really amazed at all the creativity here on where you place your camera and your background. I'm pretty much has to sit in this nice comfy chair with my computer in the lap and my curtain behind, and that's it. Gosh.
And how about your standby joke that you always tell?
Oh no, let's not go there.
Really? Everybody's entertained by this.
Hello, can anybody hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Hey, Bill.
Yeah, I just got back on.
Okay. Are you done, Paul?
That's it. That's it for here. Wait for the next edition next month.
Okay. Bill Frombach, how are you?
I'm doing well. Ann and I are hunkered down here. We're obeying all the rules. We haven't caught anything yet.
Good for you. Good. I'm glad to hear it. Bonnie, do you have a report?
Yes, I do. With permission from Joseph and Joe, I would like to do a training session on some of the aspects of this program. I've been using it for over 2.5 weeks, and I'm communicating quite a bit with family members and so forth. But if anybody is interested in contacting me, send me an email to bonniez562@yahoo.com. That's my general number. And we can, as a group, put together some training information. It's pretty exciting. My nephew, who is a pro at this, lives in the Silicon Valley, and he'd be very much willing to do a program for us. So if anybody's interested, reach out to me and let me know. I find this fascinating. I know I've been inundating people with some emails, but I've also been able to pick up some really good information, kind of very step-by-step information to make things easier. So again, I love doing this. So reach out to me and I'm happy to help whomever it is. Thank you.
Thanks, Bonnie. You can also just go to Zoom and schedule a meeting and invite people to
I don't know who's in,
start this.
right now. If you people are the people that are on right now are interested, I'll make sure to figure out a good time. So
Just
why don't
send
you
it out
send
to the
me?
whole club, and if you know, make sure that your subject is clear, and see
Okay.
if you can get it going that way, because you got to get them to use Zoom sometime.
Yes.
And this is really a good turnout for what for people who have never tried this. Most people have not tried this before.
I have another question.
Okay.
Thank you. When we use this, we have to be very organized and very professional with this, because as Joseph and Joe were mentioning, or Joseph was mentioning, the best practice that I have found is stay mute until you're ready to say something. Because if you're coughing, your phone rings, so on and so forth, then it interrupts everybody else's vision of what they're hearing and what they're seeing. Again, Joseph mentioned to put up the little reaction. That way, whoever is the moderator can call on you. And it just makes it very professional, and that's what we are. The next question that I had was, I see that Galit is willing to reach out to some of the perhaps religious, or is she reaching out to the organizations as well? I think that's a great way, an opportunity for them to do some of these things. Are we getting involved in anything like that, Joseph?
No, the churches, I've gotten emails from some of the churches, and I just tell them that Galit does her service by Facebook Live, I think. And it works fine for her. So they can do the exact same thing.
There is an order. Sorry, the guys are doing their lawn out here. Oh, 1 second. Go. Okay. There is an article in today's newspaper from her that she is reaching out again for people that are interested, especially the churches, to give her a shout. So I think that's great. I don't know what else we can do for people, but we'll come up with something. So thank you, everybody, for participating. It's very exciting.
Yeah, it's good to see everybody. We have 15 people in the room, which is one person better than our live meeting the last time we had one. So here's a joke. How many video producers does it take to make chocolate chip cookies?
How many?
Well, 15. That's the number of people that are here. 1 to make the batter, and 14 to pick the shells off the M&Ms.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Funny.
How does one not interrupt but get to say something?
You raise your hand. Go ahead and talk, Bill. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm very interested in the chorale and in singing generally. Is there any aspect of this program which would be suitable for use in a situation where our leader is teaching us to sing particular songs? Or is what Galit is doing overlap with that? I don't want to duplicate her inquiry.
I don't know which system is better for that kind of a thing. Is Galit the director who's running the thing? Or are you asking if you could use it?
I just learned a few seconds ago that Galit was reaching out to religious groups.
Uh-huh.
Galit is also a member of the chorale. So I intend to ask her if she is.
That might be a good place to start.
Too. But while I have your attention, I consider you to be a genius in this area. Possibly you would have some
Well, that's
knowledge
enough of that, Bill.
of some program which would be suitable to a teacher-pupil sort of situation?
This is ideal for pupil teacher. This is ideal for one-on-one and for groups. Instead of a class, this is a meeting, okay? They also have you can run a webinar instead, which has more, you're able to restrict more what the people in the group do. It forces people to raise their hand to ask a question. It does all kinds of things, but I like this open kind of thing a little bit better, at least while we're getting started to know it. But you can run webinars too on Zoom. So that's a little more formal, and it might be better for a teaching situation. It looks a lot like this, but it features the instructor on the full screen, and then every time he calls on someone, they come up full screen to ask their question, and then it goes back to the instructor. So it's a good system for what you're asking about.
Since I had my strokes, I have trouble with what's going on currently, short-term memory, that sort of stuff. So I can't remember what you just said.
Okay, why don't I send you an email?
I would appreciate that.
Okay.
Sort of, because the context in the corral is Rhonda, our leader, says something, and then we all sing for her, and then she decides whether that is what she wants to hear, and if not, she tells us to do it again or to do things. So there's that's the basic structure of it.
Okay. So I'll send you an email, and if you want to have your instructor send me an email to ask a question, I'll be glad to talk with them as well.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
I have a question, Joseph.
Okay.
I'm using a cell phone.
Uh-huh.
What will it do to my battery?
It'll use it up.
Pardon me? Should I have it plugged in?
It's better to plug it in when you're using it for this kind of a purpose, because you're just running a heavy use program on your phone. But a lot of people do it without plugging it in. John Robinson is here on his phone with no difficulty. He's been here since the beginning of the meeting, so it should be fine. Just watch your battery indicator at the top of the screen.
Well, that's what I'm not getting. I was looking for that.
Drag down with your finger from the top of the screen. You should get some response from your phone.
Thank you. 51%.
Okay.
Should be okay.
Yep. See?
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Okay. Here's a thumbs up for everybody on the top of my screen. Thanks. Nice job. Glad to see you. If there's anything to meet about in the middle of the month, we'll do that too. It's nice to get to talk to people.
To me, Janice.
Janice has something to say.
Okay, I didn't get anything from Owen. Did he do? He hasn't just been laying around because he's a busy.
Oh, he has no audio. He's still working on getting his program to work with audio.
And John Robinson didn't say anything.
Yes, he did.
What did he say?
What did you say, John?
He didn't say nothing.
Okay.
No, you went to him and then something happened and he didn't get to talk.
Am I there?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. What did you say, John?
I don't know. I was having trouble. I didn't have volume. So
okay, but now you have volume. Do you have anything to report? How have you been?
Good.
Okay.
Yeah, real well.
That's a good report. That's what we want to hear. That everybody's well and doing good.
But I'd like to talk to you, Joe, about I'd like to do this with another group. I've never used this before.
Okay. All right. Either give me a call or if you give me a call, we'll talk about it and I'll tell you what. Zoom has a lot of good trainings. Don't overlook their trainings.
Oh, okay.
If you just go onto Zoom, they'll have a list of getting started, how to open your first meeting, how to do this, how to do that. And then you call up a friend, like Joe and I did it together once, and I did it with my friend here, and just to see what comes on the screen, you know, what works and what doesn't work. You just play around with it. It's fun.
Yeah, I think I had, like at the beginning, I've been playing around here. I don't know if I ended up talking in between, but I didn't mean to. But there's a volume thing. I had it on mute.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And, you know, I've never used this before.
Those controls are in the lower left of the screen usually. So
yeah, well, I touched the mute thing and nothing happened. And then I touched everything else. I've been on and off. And
well, remember the 6-foot rule, John. Okay.
What was okay?
Okay, we're all okay. All right. Okay. Thanks a lot.
Very
Thank
good.
you very.
Meeting
Fun.
adjourned.
Go to leave meeting on the right-hand side, lower right, leave meeting.
You can just sign off the meeting anytime you want. I'll leave it up and running if people want to continue to talk to each other.
Leave me. I'm out. I'm out of here.
Okay.
Hey, Joe, are you there yet?
Which Joe? Joseph or Joe Osuna?
Joe Osuno, the one with the palm tree in the background. Where are you?
I'm in Hawaii. You can see the palm tree right here behind me, and this is the ocean right here.
He had to swim there because travel's restricted. Yeah.
And it's
What?
just
You got green screen?
no. It's Zoom has a feature where you can have a virtual background, and
Really?
you can have either a video like you're seeing there, or it could be a still shot like over here, like Fred Carpenter has. He has a virtual background behind him. That's not really a wall behind him. That's a virtual background. So you guys can choose any background you want behind you and stick that behind. Some backgrounds work better than others. I used another background at the beginning and it was kind of grayish. Part of this was all gray back here like this. And then finally I chose this one and this worked out very well. So, and you could customize any background you want and have a virtual background. It's really neat.
Where is that on your program?
Where is it?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying, Paul?
Yeah. Where do I find to select a background?
Okay, you have to, does your program show it in the lower corner, lower left-hand corner? Can you see where the icon of a camera is?
Yeah.
Okay, see a little arrow where the camera's aiming at? It's like a little arrow.
Okay, hold on. Let's see if I can do this.
It's an up arrow.
Okay, virtual background.
And it says choose virtual background when the menu comes up.
Yes.
And then you can open that up and there's a bunch of backgrounds, or you can customize it and put in your own background.
Yeah, I don't see any backgrounds.
Did you click choose virtual background?
Use virtual background, none. So.
Oh, no, okay, besides none, are there others next to it? Did you have some other choices?
Well, I have general, video, audio, share screen, virtual background, which is selected. Recording, statistics, keyboard shortcuts, and accessibility.
Okay, so that's, you're using an Apple product, right?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe that's the difference. I don't know. But in mine, when I clicked it on it, it gave me 6 different options for different pictures.
Well, I'm going to use the Johnny Carson background.
Okay, so there's also an option to add some icon, add your own pictures. So you're going to have to drill down into your training program. There's also a plus sign where you can add an image or you can add a video and add it to your virtual background. So there's a tutorial on adding virtual backgrounds. So just look at the tutorials.
Okay.
Where do you find? you got an Android, where do you find the icon you're talking about?
I don't know. I could only tell you what my Windows program shows, but I don't know about Android.
Go on the internet and look.
Yeah, I suspect there's a lot of tutorials on the internet on Android for Zoom. Okay, I was going to mention one more thing, Joseph. Since we have, is Mara still there? I see some.
Left the room.
Okay, Mara, you asked about live streaming of a church service, and the Video Producers Club doesn't have the equipment yet for live streaming. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I forwarded your message to Pastor Johan.
Okay, got it. Okay.
I'm not sure what he had in mind, but he got the message that the answer was no.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Thank you, Joe.
It doesn't mean it cannot be done. It just means that right now we are set up to do it.
Of course, no. I should have. I've been trying to explain in meetings how the video producers work, you know. And my feeling was last week that he was working on something. But whatever it was, it didn't work out. So he kind of reached out to us, and like I said, I just forwarded your message to him.
Okay.
Thank you. And then later I sent to him the message about Galit. It was in the paper on page 7 about the rabbi offering to help. So I thought was a real positive thing. I feel that's.
Excuse me a second, Owen. You are sharing your screen with the group. You're not only lit up on your own computer, you're lit up on the other computers as well. Okay, if you have screen sharing selected, turn it off. And the time for being on screen here is over. So the meeting is going to end because our time's up. Our time slot is used up.
Okay, everyone, this is Dave Wolf. We'll see you next time. Joseph, thank you for putting this all together, and look out for your email on our next meeting.